Hey everyone, thank you for watching. Today's video is going to be a try to get ready with me. I have some updates to give and also a few new makeup products to try out. I'm going to be trying Jones Road Beauty for the first time. I have a new brow pencil from Milk Makeup, a Luxe Lip Oil from ColourPop, a new blush from Lawless Beauty. And I am also going to be doing some updates on my dog Aries. I know a lot of you have been asking me some questions on how she is doing since she was diagnosed with cancer in May and she's been starting chemotherapy. So I'm going to touch on that briefly in the beginning and I just wanted to put it out there that it's not a great update. So part of this video will probably be a little bit emotional. So just wanted to share that before we jump into it and give a little heads up there. But otherwise we're just going to be playing with makeup and getting ready to go to my friend's birthday party. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, welcome. So I do start my videos with an outfit of the day. So usually my get ready with me videos, I'm still very chill, casual. I have on my wine night sweatpants from Target and just a tank top here. I was just walking outside, so I've already done like my SPF and everything because I was just on a walk. So I'm gonna start with my base since I put my SPF on pretty recently. Honestly, I just don't feel like using a primer. Again, that's why I love the e.l.f. primers and I recommend them so much because I don't even use a primer every time I do my makeup and everything is fine. So I'm just going to jump right in with concealer. So let me get you zoomed in. So honestly, I have been loving the Natasha Denona High Glam concealer so much. This is what I've been wearing all week, just doing concealer and powder, which is something that I do often. I don't wear a lot of foundation, or a lot of times I'll just do like a tinted SPF or something really light coverage like that. But this concealer, it's been stealing the show for me. So that actually is what I am gonna do today. And like I said, I have a friend's birthday party and we have like her place and then like a lounge in Las Vegas and then there's a club situation, which I don't really know if I'm feeling like a club situation, but I was like, should I do foundation because it's gonna be a long night? But I just love this one so much. I bought the shade N4 from Sephora and I just think it's fabulous. The description says it's more of this like hydrating serum like concealer, which I definitely get. It feels a little bit more liquidy and lightweight. Also, I've noticed that you do not need a lot of product and it covers really well without feeling heavy at any point. So I do some on my under eyes and then just some all over my face and then just blend it all together. I'm gonna use the Sephora 57 brush to blend this out. So yeah, in the beginning of the video, I just wanted to give a quick update and yeah, just share what's been going on. I'm just gonna try to get through this pretty quickly because I just got the news fairly recently. I'm not really sure when this video will go up. I usually film my videos in like an order, like this video is gonna go up, then this video is gonna go up, then this, you know, record, then upload, record, then upload. This one might be a little bit longer because I think it's just not like the easiest for me to edit. And then also like sometimes the comments are a little bit harder. So I'm not exactly sure, like not in a bad way. It's just, you know, sometimes it's just kind of like overwhelming for me and my mental health. But I do also have some new arrivals for the brand that kind of have to like go along with Aries because a lot of you were asking about like merch for her or like shirts and hats and things like that. So I feel like my shoulder's kind of red. I put SPF in before I went outside, okay? I do want to share about that. So yeah, we'll see when I can get this video up. But at the time that I'm filming, it was fairly recently that I got the news. So my dog Aries, she's a 9.5-year-old Vizsla. She was diagnosed at the beginning of May with hemangiosarcoma, which is a pretty aggressive canine cancer. Her symptoms just came on really suddenly. Like I saw her pee blood one time and then everything just kind of escalated from there. And we were finally able to get a diagnosis May 5th, I believe it was. And I initially was told that she probably wouldn't, you know, that was a Friday. I was initially told she probably wouldn't make it through the weekend. And she had her first chemotherapy appointment set up for a Wednesday and they kept stressing to me like if she can make it to this appointment. So obviously that weekend and week was really stressful and a hard time, and I just like wasn't really sure what was going on, but I did make the decision to do chemotherapy with her. I went over. Our oncologist that we see here is an amazing doctor. I mean, she sat with me for 45 minutes and just let me think, let me like pause, think of a question, really explained everything really thoroughly to me, and I felt confident in choosing the decision to do chemotherapy because, you know, when I first hear that, I think of like the humans that have experienced chemotherapy and how hard it is on the body and how sick they get and all these side effects. And I was thinking that was going to be the same for dogs, but I was told, and from what I've read and heard from other people as well, they don't really have the same side effects as humans. You know, sometimes they can have like diarrhea or nausea, but they don't, because of the lower dosage that they do, they don't have like as severe side effects as humans do. The chemotherapy, there was 2 that was recommended to me. The one that she wanted to try first, their dogs have about a 50% response rate to it, so about half the dogs you know, respond well to the chemotherapy and it works for them, and it would help to either slow the growth of her tumor or to shrink the size of the tumor, you know, just obviously hoping to prolong her life but also her quality of life. I'm gonna set the under eyes with my Givenchy Prism Libre powder and then set the face with my Lawless powder. The Givenchy I just bought from Sephora and I really like it for the under eyes, and I think it's like pretty and brightening and smoothing and all of those things. But I still just like the Lawless for my face, and especially if I'm just doing concealer, I want a little bit more coverage, and I get that with the Lawless Beauty. I'm gonna use my little powder puff from Amazon for under the eyes. So Aries started chemo, you know, the early May. She had her first appointment and she goes in every 3 weeks. So she did that twice and it seemed like things were going well. I mean, I shared on some social media that sometimes I truly forget that my dog is sick because she's acting like herself again. You know, for a while there, she wasn't interested in food. There was a few days where she wasn't really getting out of bed and didn't want to go for walks. And then after she started on her medication and started chemotherapy, I mean, to me, not that she was like completely back to normal, but she was more herself again. And we have been going for walks every single day. She's been eating great, sleeping through the night. I mean, all these things. I've been talking to, you know, so many of my friends that see her that are like, she looks great, she hasn't been losing weight. I'm thinking like things are going so great. And this last week at the time that I'm filming was to be her 3rd chemo appointment, and so they let me know at this point, like at her 2nd appointment, they did like her blood work to make sure everything looked fine. They gave me a call, they let me know they thought it was good to proceed with her chemotherapy. They said at the 3rd treatment, since that would be kind of like her halfway mark, they wanted to do all of the tests again. So not only her blood work, but also the chest x-rays, because her tumor is by her kidney, but it also spread to her lungs. So we're kind of dealing with multiple things. And with her particular surgery, where it was located and that her tumor had already ruptured and was bleeding, surgery was not an option for us to be able to remove the cancer that way. And because it's in her lungs, putting her under anesthesia is too dangerous at this point. So she was not able to get surgery, so we just went right to medication and chemotherapy. We did, you know, the chest x-rays at this appointment, the ultrasounds, all of her blood work, all the things. And I was really, shocked when they called me to say that her cancer is actually progressing. So unfortunately the chemo, you know, not only didn't shrink. Hi baby girl. You want me to get a chair for you? Oh, you come check on mom. I know, she's being such a crap baby. How dare she? Good job. Okay, let me push you over by mom. Oh, look at you wanting to film with me. You're such a good dog. Can we see it? Okay. Yeah, so basically, it didn't shrink anything. It didn't slow the growth. Unfortunately, the cancer, both her kidney tumor has grown in size, and also her exact terms was her lungs look pretty bad. That was hard to hear. I was so shocked. And it's one of those things that so I noticed that she peed blood again Monday night, and I went outside with her, and my heart I was like, please, no. And then Tuesday morning, I didn't notice it Tuesday morning until about the afternoon, but I had still called the clinic and said, you know, I spotted blood in her urine again. And they said, you know, well, you have an appointment the next day, like just monitor her. But otherwise we'll like run more tests when you're here for the chemo appointment. And I noticed on Tuesday as well that she just kind of seemed to have not as much energy. And she was still eating okay, but I just felt like she didn't have as much energy. So when I dropped her off on Wednesday for her appointment, I don't know, I guess I just like had a bad feeling, and I had a friend with me most of the day, and at one point I was like, I'm sorry, like I'm just being really short and snappy, but I kept saying I just have a bad feeling. And I finally just like took myself on a walk, because I was like, I'm just like pacing around, I'm like not doing anything. So I went for a walk, and it was while I was on my walk that the doctor called, and I just sat on these big rocks, and I'm just so frustrated that it didn't help at all. Because obviously that's you know, a lot to like put your dog through, and your hope is that it will work. And I'm just so surprised, you know, if it hadn't have been for those few symptoms I saw just, you know, a couple of days before her appointment. I mean, for the last several weeks, like it's been so good. And just all of my friends that, you know, are around here and see her every day, like they were so shocked. Like my sister was shocked. Like we were all just so shocked. It wasn't like I thought they were going to be like, oh, the cancer has disappeared. But I really thought they would at least have said it's not growing. Like not even that it shrunk, but just like not growing. So I was just so devastated. And angry, because I would do anything for this dog. So I'm just really frustrated that something that I really hoped would help didn't help her. But it's weird because I like feel like it did because of her attitude and her demeanor and her appetite. I'm just so surprised. So the doctor did say when she initially shared with me those 2 forms of chemotherapy, there was another form that there's a less chance, like it's not as high as the 50% of dogs that respond to it, and it won't shrink the tumors, but it can help to slow the growth. And so she gave me the option to do that, and that is something that I do at home with her. So I give her a pill every other day, and she said that we can try it for 2 weeks, and if it works, we'll keep going. If it doesn't look like she is responding to it, obviously we just go into end of life care. So the original prognosis after she did make it, you know, past those few days and she got on her meds and got chemo, they said it would probably be like 3 to 5 months. But I was just like, her birthday's in September, and I just really thought we would make it for her 10th birthday. I know, I thought so too, babe. I'm right here with you, okay? You don't have to do this alone, I'm right here. I know it sounds silly, but I was even thinking about like Christmas, like it would be like such a miracle, but you know, there's a chance that the new chemo will work. So I just have to try to stay as positive as I can for the next couple of weeks here and see how it goes. And just, I try so hard not to get so emotional around her because she's such an empath. But it's just been a really hard couple of days. And I'm really sad and mad because no dogs deserve this, and especially not this dog. She's such a good dog. So it's been a tough few days, and the hard part with the oral chemo is it's incredibly like toxic. So I have to give it to her with like latex gloves on. So I just bought like a bunch of gloves off Amazon, and I have to be really careful of her like even like licking my face and things like that. So that's pretty sad. I think the hard thing too with something like this, and a lot of things that I've had to think of, is like, am I doing the right thing by her? I'm trying to go off of like her and watching her and seeing how happy she is, how enthusiastic she is to go to the park every day. I feel like she's still having a good time, and you know, if she wasn't doing well, I would be thinking of another route. But even the people around me that again see her every day are being very supportive of like, we can keep trying things. I'm trying like acupuncture for her as well, and just different things to try to make sure that she isn't in pain, which she doesn't appear to be. Even the oncologist was like, I'm very surprised, she's so bright, her personality is unchanged. She said, we were really surprised to see the scans as well. And I was like, well, at least, okay, like, you know, everyone around me is saying that, because then it's like, am I just thinking that because I want to, you know, see that type of thing? But everyone around me too is like, she's acting like herself. So I'm gonna try it and we will see how it goes. You know, if not, then we just have to move forward from there. And I will know at the end of the day that I gave it my all, and so did she. And so did she. I just wanted to give an update because I know I haven't really been responding to the comments of people asking how she is. So not the update I wanted to give, and definitely not the update I thought that I was going to give. But a big thank you to everyone for all of the kind comments and support, the love that you send Aries. Her GoFundMe was so, between her GoFundMe and like the wish list that I started for her on Amazon, it has been such a huge help. And I think more than even just like monetary donations and donations from Amazon is how much I don't feel alone in this. And I just feel like we both have so many people cheering us on, and that really to me is the most like priceless thing that anyone could do for us. The constant comments and messages and emails, and I have people messaging me like full stories that I can read to Aries, because I said that I read her comments every night. Like, that's part of our night routine now. Is I read her comments and we just hang out together and I read to her, you know, like she's a child. I truly have people like commenting or emailing me like full stories that I can read to her. Like, people are taking the time out to write full emails to me so I can read a story to my dog. It's incredible. The support of this community has been incredible, and I thank you so much. It's made such a difference. My update, I'm gonna move on and we're gonna play with some new makeup because I don't want this whole video to be sad, and I feel like that was really hard for me to get through. Tried to do a live chat in my Facebook group less than 24 hours since finding out the news, and I felt like I kept crying. But that's just like how I am right now. I really wish I wasn't. It's just still, I'm still like having troubles like processing everything. So, but we are gonna move on. I'm gonna try Jones Road Beauty for the first time. So they sent over their gel bronzers. Okay, so they sent me the shade Light, but I'm wondering if that'll be too light for me. So I also have medium. There's medium, so maybe Light will be. Why was I thinking that I saw swatches and I thought maybe the Light was gonna be too light? I haven't tried anything yet though from Jones Road Beauty. So there's Light, there's medium. I feel like I'm in between. Maybe I'll start with the Light and then we'll see if I need to add anything on from there. So I feel like I've been seeing a lot of people apply this right to their skin, which freaks me out. I don't know if people just do that for like Instagram aesthetics. I don't know how much I'm into it, but they also sent over their everything brush. So I'm just going to tap that out. I never think it's a good idea to try a bunch of new makeup when I actually like have plans, but you know what, we're going for it. But I was especially kind of concerned about this bronzer because I believe it was Kelly Gooch that I just saw that was trying it out, and it wasn't really like blending, and it kind of made her look like she had freckles. Okay. So, I feel like it's basically just kind of picking up my concealer and powder, and like I feel like this is now just a streak of okay. Oh yeah, and you can see there's like a streak in here where it just completely took everything off. There's like these little like darker dots. Wait. I'm like, that just, oh no. That just literally is just taking that's okay. You know, it's not often that I feel the need to like wipe my face and start completely over. I mean, I think I'm just gonna try to add a little bit of concealer on top and go in with powder, but I'm not gonna try to do even the other side. What is this? Okay. That's so crazy to me. I have not had a bronzer react like this in a hot minute. I mean, I guess we could try it with a damp sponge. I just feel like this is gonna ruin my entire face makeup. All right, well, let me get a damp sponge. Okay, let me get a damp sponge and we'll try that. Listen, I'm about to start crying all over again just because now my makeup's gonna look bad tonight. Lovely. Okay, so we're gonna try to apply it to a damp sponge instead and see what we get this way. I was not expecting that. I feel like I've heard kind of mixed reviews on this, but I wasn't expecting it to just like straight up take my makeup off. So I feel like with the sponge, it's a little bit, it's more smooth than it is with the brush, but I still feel like it's not doing the best things. And the thing is like they sent the brush with that package, so that is why I used the brush. You would think that that would be the best way to apply it if that's what like the brand is recommending, but it's better. It's much better with a sponge. So if you are using this bronzer, don't use the brush. Throw the brush away. I don't know what was going on with that. I don't know if I just am still like so shook what happened over here. I don't know if I should try to, ooh, it's like, do I dare attempt to like add on some powder and then try again with the sponge on the other side? I just have not had a situation like this in such a hot minute. But luckily we have the Lawless Powder, which I love. Okay, so we're gonna try again on this side. I will say too is I think that the bronzer looks like, no, I don't want to use it. Nope, change my mind. Nope. Especially not since I'm in public tonight. Nope. It's like kind of metallic-y also. Like, I don't know if you can tell right here, but I feel like it's like illuminating my pores. And I understand if a bronzer is supposed to be like, you know, more on the glowy side, but then I notice it up here too, right in this area, that I feel like it's kind of giving off this like metallic shine that I don't love. And yeah, and now that I'm looking at it closer too, I don't feel like it's blended all that smoothly. And right up in here, I feel like again it's kind of taking my base makeup off, and then it's just kind of like weird and chunky. Okay. I thought the sponge was gonna be helpful, but no. No. So this is so interesting. Okay, I love it when I also go out with like other Vegas influencers and I get introduced as like the beauty YouTuber, and then my makeup's gonna look terrible and people are gonna be like, really? You? I'm just gonna put on some more concealer and a little bit more powder, and we're gonna try to pretend that we never tried that bronzer. Okay, I just added on some of my L'Oreal Infallible bronzer, and we're gonna just try to make it work and just hope everything is really dark where I end up tonight so no one can see me. So for blush, I'm gonna try a new one from Lawless Beauty. I really enjoy their blushes. I have Vintage Love. It's just kind of like always sitting out because I wear it so much. But they came out with a watermelon collection. Look how cute this blush is. How fun. This screams a lot of summer vibes to me. So this is what we're gonna be using today. And I'm excited because they came out with a few more things in their watermelon collection too. I'm gonna tap very lightly at first just because it looks like a pretty bright blush. And I don't wanna go overboard right away, but that's cute. It's like a bright pink, and it has like a little bit of like a satiny finish to it. Ooh, I'm not exactly sure what I'm wearing tonight. The theme tonight is Miami. So still gotta figure that out. I mean, it's gotta be something from my own closet. So blush, very pretty. I also have a new brow product, and this is from Milk Makeup. They just came out with a bunch of new brow products. This one is the Kush Brow Shadow Stick. Okay, I'm gonna try it in the shade Herb. I felt like was the one that was closest to me. So again, wow, this could be like the worst trying new makeup in history, but let's see. So this is what the brow shadow stick looks like. You have a little spoolie on one side. So I was looking at the Milk Makeup website, and it's supposed to, this is what it's supposed to do. It says it's good with anyone with medium sparse to full brows because it gives you a soft, natural, filled effect. It's great for a fuller brow because it's so natural and quick to use. So I would say I have like pretty medium to, not full brows, but I have like medium brows. It's a foolproof cream to powder brow shadow stick, instantly fills in sparse areas with a perfect amount of pigment. It looks like an eyebrow pencil, but it's actually designed to do the work of 3 tools: a brow crayon, a brow pomade, and a brow powder. So I am first going to spoolie through the brows like I normally would. And then I'm going to try to fill in the best that I can without like trying to go overboard. I usually like something that's similar to like the Benefit Precisely My Brow, but I do also like the Goof Proof. And sometimes with the Goof Proof, I'm like, if I'm in a hurry and I just want like a little something, I feel like it's kind of quicker to do. So I was wondering if maybe this one would be like that. So again, I'm just trying to go over my more sparse areas. I feel like the feathery brow look, I don't feel like I can really pull that off, but I feel like that's what this brow pencil again is kind of good for. It definitely feels more of like your waxy brow pencil. I can tell how it says it is that like pomade, but I feel like the front of the brow is the hardest for me to like fill in right now and have it look natural. Here's one brow. I think it looks okay, but I don't think this is my best brow work that I've ever done, but I'm willing to keep trying and see if I can get the hang of this. All right, trying the same on the other brow, which this brow is more sparse, I guess, than my right one. So I feel like this one could be a little bit more difficult. I don't know, I guess like now I'm just trying to use like the flat side. I don't know, I feel like with me when it comes to brows, I'm just like a brow pencil type of girl. Like I just don't need anything fancy or different, or I just need like a regular old brow pencil. I feel like the shade match was pretty good though. No, not my best brow work. Not gonna feel the most confident in tonight's event, but you know what? The things that we do, we really risk it for these YouTube videos. You know what I'm saying? Living on the edge. What is it? Not workman's comp. what's the like the more like dangerous insurance you can get or whatever. When I should know, my brother's a lineman, so he does like dangerous work every day. Like I should have his insurance, you know. So dangerous. So for eyeshadow, I just want to use this Super Shock from ColourPop. It's in the shade Blogger, and I just thought that was fun. I feel like I've been feeling very nostalgic these days for like old school beauty YouTube. I've done some challenges and the ride or die tag. And so when I saw the shade Blogger, I was like, oh, that's just so fun, because that's how I started. I started in social media as a blogger in 2009. I wrote book reviews. I wrote beauty reviews. I wrote really scintillating articles on margaritas versus like mojitos. No, daiquiris. Margaritas versus daiquiris. That was a thrilling article that I wrote back in the day. Okay, I thought that would be fun. I'm also going to use the Huda Beauty Empowered palette. I've just been using this palette quite a bit recently. I'm just going to throw one shade in my crease, and then honestly, like, there's a beautiful gold in here that I use a lot, but I just want to use the Super Shock. So I'm just going to put Keep Going into my crease with a BK Beauty 212 brush, and then use the Super Shock. And you know, I'm usually a little bit more simple when it comes to eye looks. And again, I'm not exactly sure what I'm wearing, but I don't know, gold, that gives me Miami vibes, right? Right. Like I said, I have a few new arrivals for the brand. So we have released new baseball hats, which I love our hats. I wear a hat every single day, like when I'm outside, when I'm walking, when I'm driving. I'm always wearing a hat to try to protect my face a little bit more from the sun. And so I have a few different designs up over there, but we have 4 more that came out. 2 of them are for Aries. One just says Queen. Another one has a paw print, and it has Queen. Well, it has Queen and then a crown. And then the other one is a paw print, and it says Queen in it. Those are both obviously for my dog, because I call her the Queen, which she definitely is. And then I also put the Much Love design, which is like a rainbow and it says Much Love. I put those on the hats. We launched those as beanies in the winter time. And I was like, oh, I never put these on like a regular hat as well. So those hats are available. And then I have another one that says Allegedly. And then there's like a pair of dice on that one. And that is because when I was jumping onto TikTok, sometimes I make TikToks that are more just like on trend than the truth. Like at one point I was saying like truth or trend. So sometimes I would make a video and then in the comments I would say allegedly. And then I started doing that so much, other people started commenting in my comments saying allegedly. And it just kind of made me laugh. And so I thought that would be funny to do. And the dice behind it kind of is like a nod to Las Vegas, city, you know, allegedly being known for the home of making bad decisions, which it's not. It's now the home of sports, okay? So many, I'm so excited. The Knights just won the Stanley Cup. That was so exciting. We have baseball coming, there's talks of basketball coming here. Like, I'm so ready for all of it, okay? I'm so happy this is turning into a sports city, okay? No longer Sin City, Sports City. But that is Allegedly. And then we also have some new merch up, and so I sell some of my products like shirts and sweatshirts, hoodies, zip-ups. Those are sold via Amazon. So I can also link to my merch page down below. I have a few other designs already up, a lot of different sizes. There's different color options as well. The hats have a bunch of different color options too. So all of those are available on Amazon. So just a few new releases, but I had quite a few people say that you wanted something to do with Aries on the merch. So I was trying to think of what to do that wasn't, that could maybe work for more people. I'm still trying to decide if I should do a design too that is like either more to her likeness, or, you know, with her name being Aries, it's like not everybody is an Aries. Some people are a Gemini. What are we in, like Cancer season right now? So I don't know if like everyone would want a shirt that says Aries on it, but I also am like, I could at least put the option out there, and if people want it, great. If they don't, you know, totally fine. But those are the few options that we have designed in the meantime. So you can either find them on bysamanthamarch.com is where the hats are, or Amazon has more apparel options also. But how cute is Blogger? So sparkly, love the ColourPop Super Shock. I'm just gonna do a little bit of black liner from the palette as well. The shade Purpose is a cream shadow, and I'm gonna use from Sigma. This is actually their angled brow E75. I'm gonna use it as a liner brush. My dog just let out a big sigh. And I'm just gonna do a little bit of black liner here, just for something a little bit extra since we're going out tonight. Trying to be social. I have someone that comes and stays with Aries if I'm gonna be gone, because I just don't want her to be alone, but it's hard because tonight is kind of also work-ish at the same time too, so it's not the easiest thing to balance everything. I feel like I'm definitely not a great friend these days, and I feel like my work is definitely slacking, which is stressful because, again, we are almost to the $10,000 mark with all of the vet bills since everything started. So, you know, kind of can't just sit around and feel bad for myself. I don't have paid time off, or what is it, FMLA or anything like that. I can't really write to YouTube and be like, well, we're just gonna keep on keeping on. Sometimes when I do gold and then I do a little bit of a heavier black liner, I just get like Cleopatra Egyptian vibes. So I don't really know if that's Miami, but it's fine. Everything's fine. I also got some new cream gel liners from ColourPop. That's a lip liner. This is an eyeliner, and this one is the shade Overboard. I talked about the ColourPop liners in my Ride or Die makeup tag, and so when I got a few new ones in, I was like, I really want to use these again. I love the ones from Glossier, but ColourPop had some great ones too, so I was like, I'm gonna throw this in the video. This one is more, I didn't have a black, which I would have preferred, but we'll do a little bit of brown and see how we like it. I feel like this is a very hodgepodge trying new makeup. That's for sure. I don't have a new mascara, but I'm gonna use the One Size Fantasize mascara. I got this in my last Sephora haul as well. This mascara is so legit. I've been wearing it non-stop. I love the way it makes my lashes look, and it does not move on me, and I have just been so impressed. And I want to try to film another video after this so I can squeeze in one more before I have to leave. And I'm like, is my makeup that cute? I just have lip products to go. Again, these are from ColourPop. I wanted to do their Luxe lip oils. I don't think that I have tried these yet, but I could also be wrong. But they release a lot of things, and then they like reformulate and come out with new things, and I'm like, did I try that? Did I not? Did I? What? Like, I don't have, like, the ColourPop database is not fully in my brain. I have a lippy pencil, and this is in the shade Oh Snap. Who remembers Oh Snap? I loved Oh Snap, okay? I went through one many years ago. I think it was when I first moved to Las Vegas 2 years ago. I had it, and it was this teeny tiny, like, it was literally like that big, and I was like, I'm still gonna use this lip liner, I'm gonna still use this lip liner. And then one day I opened it and it was gone. Like, the actual lip liner was just no longer there, but I still had like this, and I was like, where did it go? Like, I think I had it in like a project pan. I was like trying to use this up, and one day it just disappeared, and someone was like, it was letting you know, like, I'm done. I'm good, I'll see my way out. I was like, damn. The ColourPop lippy pencils are great. Oh Snap is kind of like the, how I would describe like My Lips But Better type of lip liner. I really don't think I like my brows very much. I feel like they're not like as natural looking as they could be. Know what I'm saying? But love Oh Snap. And then this lip oil is in the shade Skinny Dip. And I do love me a good lip oil, so I definitely wanted to try these out and see what I think. Sigma has my favorite lip oils, but always down to try new ones. Let's see what we think. So this one has a little bit of like a pale pink, or like a pale peach, I guess, I think I would say, actually. I would say that I don't feel like it's as, I don't know if I want to say oily. Like, it's not as, like, the Sigma Beauties are more like a little bit more thicker and like hydrating, which I think is why I love them so much. This kind of feels like more of like a lightweight gloss. I don't dislike it, it's just different than what I was expecting it to be. But I'm curious to wear it, you know, we'll wear it through the night and see what we think. Yeah, I just feel like something is like looking off, and I think it's my brows. I don't know, what do we think? This was an interesting trying new makeup, that's for sure. I put a bunch of dry shampoo in my hair before we started. Probably should have washed the hair, but you know what? It's fine. We're gonna make it work, and we're gonna try to have a fun night tonight, even through this kind of tumultuous trying new makeup video. But thank you for listening to my update with Aries. I really appreciate, obviously, the love and support so much. I don't really know what the next couple of weeks are gonna hold, but if you can just, you know, keep sending good thoughts our way and understand if I kind of suddenly disappear again from social media, you know, but I'm just trying to do my best right now to keep up with everything work-wise, and you know, maybe even have some pre-filming ready to go for, you know, the future. So thank you so much, and thank you for watching this. I will link all of the products down below. Make sure to go get your Jones Road bronzer. That was interesting, but the final look, like, I feel decent about it. I feel like I'm gonna have to do something different with my brows for sure. Oh, I didn't do that. I bet maybe that's what was bothering me. I didn't do my lower lash line. I'm all confuzzled. Okay, I'm just gonna grab a pencil brush real quick, use my Sigma Switch, of course, and then I'm just gonna do a little bit of Keep Going and Legacy on the lower lash line. Maybe that's what was bothering me. Like, especially for a night out, I need a smoky lower lash line. I feel like that helped a little bit, but I still don't think I'm completely happy with my brows. So I'm gonna fix those a little bit and see if I can just get them to look a little bit more on the natural side. But yeah, bit of a challenging trying new makeup. We've had some really successful ones, the last few that I've uploaded, so I felt like, you know, the time was coming. The time was coming for something like this to happen, but I still hope you enjoyed hanging out and watching me get ready for a birthday party in Las Vegas. If you enjoyed it though, please make sure to give this one a thumbs up. I hope you also consider subscribing before you go. I'll see you in my next video. Bye. All right, here's Aries. She came kind of in my makeup closet. She knows I've been, I don't know why I suddenly feel like very stressed with, I mean, I'm always stressed over my apartment and how messy it is, but like I've been really putting an emphasis on trying to clean it these days and organize it. So apparently she was coming in my makeup closet to help me because it's pretty much a mess, but you know how much everyone loves you, girl. You're such a strong dog. You're so brave. I just love you so much.